Apple's new CEO, John Ternus, set to take over from Tim Cook on Tuesday. Our Mackenzie Sagalos joins us with what to expect in this new era. Hey, Mac.
Hey, Carl. So in this final stretch before Tuesday's handoff, Tim Cook has been clearing the deck for his successor, Apple hardware chief John Ternus, knocking out some unfinished business that could otherwise become big day one distractions. Now, Cook has been working both sides of the handoff, making some of the tougher organizational calls while getting smaller product updates out of the way. Now, in just the last 7 days, Apple has permanently eliminated jobs and reorganized parts of its product and AI teams, debuted a new chip built specifically for AI workloads, and pushed out Mac Mini and Mac Studio updates much earlier than usual. Useful upgrades, but hardly blockbuster launches. And you can see the same thing happening inside of the company. A state-mandated filing detailing the layoff shows a concentrated engineering reset here in Apple's backyard, with cuts spanning AI and machine learning. Essentially, Cook getting the unpopular layoff headline out of the way now. And that's really the handoff that he's trying to set up. Fewer internal distractions for the incoming CEO, while leaving Ternus the bigger product moments to own. And there are a lot of those coming in less than 2 weeks from now. We are widely expecting to see the foldable iPhone, the biggest form factor change in the product's nearly 20-year history. An accidental leak from the beta of Apple's upcoming operating system also exposed references to more than 10 unannounced products, plus a demo video of camera-equipped AirPods. So Cook is taking care of the messier and more routine stuff now, giving Ternus a chance to walk into his first big public-facing event on September 9th with the focus squarely on a product slate that could mark a real step change for Apple. Guys?
And how much of the AI overhang does he inherit?
All of it. It's such a good point, because Siri AI, while you can access it in a public beta right now, it doesn't become widely available to the masses through Mac and iPhone until later this month. Around September 22nd is when Golden Gate will come out, their new operating system for the Mac. We'll also get it with this iPhone 18 launch that's widely expected as part of the September hardware upgrade. And there's a real question of what that public debut will look like. Is it popular? And if it is, does Apple even have sufficient compute to service that workload? Tim Cook was asked just as much on the most recent earnings call. He said, we haven't figured out the compute side of it, but I will say this probably would be a good problem to have, that Siri AI is so popular that it's maxing out your credits.
His experience is going to be important for hardware. I will say, Mac, I mean, Tim Cook was known as a logistician, right? A supply chain expert. Who fills that gap? And then on the services side, there's increasing scrutiny on services revenue. I guess that's what we'll lean on Eddie Q for.
Right. So on that first point, I mean, that's part of what this executive chairman role will look like for Tim Cook, actually staying very much in the operations where that chief diplomacy responsibility is concerned, which is huge on the supply chain side, which what Cook has been a big part of his tenure has been marked by. And so he'll continue to navigate that, ostensibly will continue to navigate that relationship with the White House. We saw him with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick just a couple weeks ago, doing this very forward public facing event, selling this new U.S. manufacturing push. At the same time, he's talking to Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick behind closed doors about using Chinese memory chips. So he's dealing with the supply chain crunch at the same time that he's navigating Washington. We'll also continue those conversations, most likely with Beijing, as they look to bring more products into that market. Potentially, the foldable could be a huge step change for them in China. You've seen Samsung and Huawei do quite well with their trifold and with the foldables that Samsung's been offering since 2019. And on your point about services, I mean, just this morning we saw an Apple TV bump up in pricing. So obviously that's a great margin push for them. But there is a question of how do you add to margin from the Siri AI side, because at this point they've only talked about cloud tiers as a way to benefit from services, but people really want to see Ternus put a strategy to monetize AI in their services sector, along with, as you pointed out, Eddie Q, getting his strategy points there.
Yeah, well, the common theme is higher prices at Apple TV, and certainly Tim Cook has already spelled out why it's going to be necessary on the hardware side because of the memory crunch. It's going to get interesting. September is going to be busy for Apple. Mac, thanks so much. We've lost